Wrong project. Alright, so today I got a stapler that don't go staple, but don't staple. And it has a trigger stop selector switch that popped out, and kind of thought that something was going on with that, but looking more into it, seems like something else. And the first thing I noticed was this. This should be retracted, and it won't retract far enough. See the staple. See the staple right there, that kind of goldish shiny piece. This piece should actually retract behind the staple, because it's what pushes the staple. It's the ram, and that's connected to the piston. Well, the piston's on accessed from this side, so let's get in here and see what happened. Got a message from the action man. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. Do, 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 do. Well, that does not look right now, does it? That doesn't look right at all. It looks like this part here, which I believe is called the piston valve body, has exploded. And threw out chunks. Luckily, I have one in stock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up all this debris that's in here, and we're going to see if this nailer will work again. Looks like we actually got some debris in the exhaust port. Maybe I'll just take that apart, find a screwdriver. Jeez, would somebody clean up around here, for gosh sake. Too big. Yeah, I can't seem to find the one I want, so I'll use this foot-long screwdriver. You'll notice there's some grease down in here. I'm not sure what they use. Not sure this is working. It's not, it's just turning in there. Damn. The whole thing's disintegrating, guys, right in our hands. You know, my dad was using this and he said that it got some fumes. And I think something has gotten to this plastic and destroyed it. Because, I mean, it's literally just cracking apart in pieces. And I don't have a replacement part for that. However, you can still use it without that piece. I can order a new one. Anyway, I'm not sure exactly what he meant, but he said he was doing something with something caustic. And this thing perhaps got a whiff of that. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what would cause that plastic to just disintegrate like that. If it wasn't something that broke down the plastic. There, we got our screw off. Get that out of there. Alright, so Luckily, most of this is aluminum or alloy of some sort. Alright, I'm going to clean all this up. I'll be back. Alright, I actually pulled the piston out. This stuff is just everywhere. Didn't feel like I was getting the bore clean enough, so just went ahead and pulled it out. It's got a rag here with some acetone on it. I'm not touching any plastic with the acetone. You can see there's a little rubber O-ring there. That looks alright. Looks like it's in good shape. And then we'll look down the bore. The bore looks alright. This gun doesn't have a lot of use on it. I just don't know why that plastic broke down like that. I mean, it might just be age. It might just be coincidence of what he was talking about, but I'm going to do the same thing on this, clean this out a little bit. For reassembly, I've just got our parts here on a towel, because I'm going to put, this is just tool oil. I'll lube up our hole here, and then we're going to lube up the piston. And yeah, I'm probably using too much here, but you know, it'll squirt all over the place, so no big deal. I don't know the lube specs on this thing. I'm sure I'm using too much. And then you got to get the piston back down in that groove, or the slot for the ram. Anyway, there's a slot down in there. See that slot? And that's got to go into it. That's what I'm trying to do. Completely blind here. Not quite sure why it's not going in there. There it goes. Okay. So then you can see that come in and out there. Like so. Alright, lube this up again for good measure. I'm sure it's going to make a mess when you start it the first couple times, but I'd rather it be well lubed than not lubed at all. And we've got our back piece and our valve body. This has got a spring, a couple O-rings. Now these O-rings you can order separately as well. I did show this, right? There's the part number. This is for an 18 gauge stapler or a finish nailer from Bostitch, or DeWalt makes one too, and I think another brand uses the same system. So these O-rings you can order. However, the O-rings that were still in this one seemed alright, so we're just going to use those. Just going to put that on there. This one goes on this side. There's a washer and a spring. Goes like that. Again, we'll put way too much oil on here just to oil up those O-rings. Because too much is never enough. Too much is never enough. Do, do, do. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. Okay, then this piece goes spring down like that and goes in straight and just kind of pops in and has a little bit of spring pressure on it. Now, is the lack of having that screw in there? No, it's not going to make any difference. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this screw in this. This is from that exhaust direct deflector piece that was on the back that fell apart. I'm going to put this back in. There was like a little insert and then a screw for no reason other than to do it. So let's get this back out. Alright, put that in, get our 2-foot long screwdriver, And this is how you would install the deflector. Of course, when I get the deflector, I'm not going to do a separate video on installing the deflector. But this is how you would do it. So there's that piece. I don't think that would make any difference. That hole in the back was what I was worried about, whether that would make any difference, but I can't really see how that would make any difference. Alright, so then we re-oil, because why not, right? What's it going to hurt? All it's going to hurt is throw oil all over my face. Okay? That goes in that direction, and then you kind of pop it in there, and then it does move a little bit. Can't barely see that. And we're going to push our valve, our piston I should say, all the way back. Close this up, put this in, back together. Got a little tension on it now. I guess that's the right part. We're going to find out. Seems like it's got a little bit more tension on it than it should, but we'll see. I'm going to put these screws back in, and I'm just going to use the screws to pull down the tension. I'm happy, oh, you're happy too. Sorry, I have a song in my head. I have a song worm. And then we're going to put 75 pounds of torque on these bolts. I'm kidding. Maybe 70 inches of torque. And let's put some staples in it and give it a shot. Alright, always remember to oil your tools. Yes, I know, I'm putting too much in. I've already filled up the piston with it. Alright, let's get our air here. Leaky. Need to fix that. It's not pointed at ourselves. I got the camera over to the side a little bit in case this thing shoots oil out. In fact, let me just use this rag here to protect myself. Yeah, that shot oil out all over the place. But we got a staple in. Simple little job. Thought I'd share doing it with you. Just so you know, this is a 351.183670. It is an 1/4 inch crown stapler, 18 gauge, a half to a 1.5 length. So if you have that and it stops working, just nothing at all basically when you pull the trigger, and that's basically what it was doing. You could hear air go, but you weren't getting any snap or anything. That's all it is, just that little part. I think that part was like $6 on Amazon. I'll put a link to it below, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.